Welcome to Crypt Theory, where we do all the fun things horror and stuff like that. Today, we are going to be doing a little fun tournament. It will be versus tournament between 8 cryptids that we've done on the channel before, 8 creepypasta characters, 8 horror movie icons, and 8 game characters from horror games. How this is going to work is we are saying they are in a neutral arena, so nobody will have home field advantage. They are in completely neutral arena. They get their power from their most well-known point or their most newest point. So, for example, and only from their universe. So, say, because Slenderman got a movie and a game, we are not using their Slenderman's game or movie powers. We are using specifically Slenderman's creepypasta elongated powers. So, Springtrap will not have a flaming axe in this, like he does in Dead by Daylight. Like Xenomorph is going to have him in movie power, not game power. Same as Pinhead, same as Chucky, same as Michael, all those things. So now I have everything clarified. I really hope you enjoyed this video because I really had a fun time creating this and making this, and I think I'm going to have a lot of fun time doing this now. Leave a comment down below who you think will win the full bracket once you see the full bracket and everybody that's in it. The other side, I think, is more fun and more impactful and more interesting to me. And if you watch this full video, I plan on making 4 videos. This one's going to be the first section. The second video is going to be the second section. Third section is going to be the third section. And then the fourth and final video is going to be the semifinals and the finals. I really, really do hope you enjoy this video. It was really fun to make. And let's get into the fighting. So our first round is going to be really fun. We have Springtrap and Slenderman. So Springtrap and Slenderman, this is an interesting one because he has extreme durability. So a lot of them have extreme durability. Very, very durable. Very, very can take a lot of hits. Consciousness transfer, this won't work on Slenderman. Supernatural strength, a lot of these do have supernatural strength, but it's really, really strong. Intelligence. So he had smarts to maybe play around and learn what Slenderman's attacks do, and intimidation and fear reduction. This won't work on Slenderman, but it will probably work on like a Jeff the Killer or Tiki Toby or something like that. So it will not work on Slenderman here. And then onto Slenderman's power. So Slenderman's power is very, very interesting. Slenderman has the power of possession, psychological manipulation, and mind control, which might actually work on Afton. We are using FNAF 3 Springtrap, by the way. So no Dead by Daylight. Like if they're in Dead by Daylight, they don't have any of their special Dead by Daylight powers, which means Afton won't have an axe, for example. Paranoia, delusions, hallucinations, which I think that might give the edge to Slenderman here. Yeah, he also interferes with technology, video and audio distortion, and electronic malfunctions. That might be the killer for Springtrap because Springtrap is in the suit and it has all the wires hanging out and stuff. So Slenderman is going to get, I think Slenderman's going to get the edge just for the fact that it has that electronic manipulation. It can manipulate the electronics of how they need to, and it'll manipulate the electronics in ways that it will hurt Afton to a point where Slenderman can get the upper edge and get the final hit through. So I think, sadly, Slenderman is going to win the first round. On to the second round, which I think is a really, really fun round, is Jeff the Killer versus Alexander of Brenberg. Jeff the Killer, probably one of the most famous, and it's a really funny creepypasta story. I will put pictures of each character up before every fight. But Jeff the Killer is probably one of the most well-known, if not the most well-known creepypasta in internet history. Jeff the Killer is a 13-year-old boy with super sadistic tendencies, and that he always has a feeling. It's never explicitly told what the feeling is, but he always has a feeling. His specific powers, if you would want to call them, extreme sadism and he's extreme psychopath. Enhanced physical prowess. It's implied. Well, he doesn't have superhuman strength or quite supernatural strength. He has the above average strength. So he is an above average strength being. Mastery of stealth and ambush. He can ambush you. He's really, really good with a knife, intimidation, psychological warfare, proficient with a knife. Psychological warfare might work on Alexander. I don't think so, though. He's really unpredictable, and he has this unkillable reputation, but he is not unkillable. And on to his opponent, which I think is probably one of the more fun and more dangerous. I think Alexander of Brenberg might be able to go through a lot. I have him as going at least to the semis. Alexander of Brenberg, his orbs in interdimensional travel. He can travel through. He's an alien, another dimension. He's from Amnesia Rebirth, if people don't know. I had really fun playing through that game. He has orb manipulation, dimensional knowledge. He has the Vitae harvest, extracting Vitae, a life-sustaining substance from living beings undergoing extreme pain, terror, and so with brutal torture. Amnesia potion, maximize Vitae production, immortality, extended lifespan. So how these game characters will work that say they have immortality, we are going to bring them down to, yes, they might be immortal, but can this character beat them to a point where they're unable to fight in that situation? Like, they might not be dead, but he's unable to get back up and fight in the moment. And right now, Jeff the Killer is a 13-year-old child. Okay, Alexander of Brenberg is an alien that will harvest your organs and kill you. I think Alexander has the clear-cut win here, and that's who I'm going to go with. But if you want to fight me on any, and you feel like it should have been different, please fight me in the comments. I would love to see your feedback. And I am going to go with Alexander of Brenberg. All right, on to a very interesting one. Pennywise versus Bendy. Pennywise, we are doing the 2019 and newer Bendy. So we're doing the newer Pennywise. The new It Chapter 2, all those movies. And Bendy, from Bendy and the Ink Machine, which I just did a video on. I think this is... I don't think it's even close. But let's go here and let's go for Pennywise. And I'm going to list off some of his interesting powers. Pennywise does have the shape-shifting. He can be a big spider and big. He has fear empowerment, illusion, telepathy, superhuman physical attributes. His teleportation, longevity, weather control, chlorokinesis, plant manipulation, dream manipulation, the deadlights, so in his true form. So it's Pennywise is more of a threat than I thought when I put him into the tournament, but the same time, we are doing the final form of Bendy from Bendy and the Ink Machine, which is Bendy the Demon. Bendy the Ink Demon. So the Ink Demon has invincibility, or near indestructibility, superhuman strength, high speed and agility, ink manipulation, instant death touch, fear and illusion inductment, master of the cycle, telepathy, vocal projection, and that's it. So I believe here that with the pure fact that Bendy will have only the ink that he has with him. So he'll have like only the ink that he has on him, but even then he can manipulate it to anything he wants, and he can talk. All he has to do is insult Pennywise once, and Pennywise is done. But at the same time, I think Pennywise might be able to get around that with just... It will be an interesting fight saying Bendy does not talk and Bendy only uses his power. I think Pennywise would win. Otherwise, if Bendy talks and trash talks him into the ground, Bendy goes. I believe Pennywise moves on this round just for the fact that Pennywise overpowers Bendy every single day of the week unless he insults him. So I'm going to go Pennywise here with the win. And on to the next one, which I think is probably a very interesting one. Creepypasta versus creepypasta, which is going to be very interesting here. So we have the Rake versus Laughing Jack. The Rake's powers: terrifying presence, stealth and silent movement, observation and stalking, and then psychological impact and fear induction. His physical attacks when provoked is he's strong, very strong, not quite supernatural or superhuman, but pretty strong. Adaptability to environment, and then that's it for the Rake. The Rake is an interesting one just because it does have those sharp teeth and claws. I think it would give an edge. So Laughing Jack. Laughing, right? Yep, Laughing Jack. He has teleportation, invisibility, invisibility, dream, nightmare manipulation, telekinesis, reality warping, soul trapping. He's a master manipulator, psychological torture. He can adapt very well. He has superhuman strength, immortality or agelessness, body mutilation, claws, and no internal organs. So I don't see a way the Rake can kill Laughing Jack here. Just because the Rake has the sharp claws, he doesn't have any internal organs to fight him. He can't really touch him. He has the edge that Laughing Jack has is he has that superhuman strength and claws. He's really good at body mutilation and finding weak spots in the body, which I found very, very interesting. So I am going to give the edge to Laughing Jack here, which means Laughing Jack does win. And on to the Naga versus Eyeless Jack. So we're going to start with Eyeless Jack here. We are going up. So Eyeless Jack he is oozing black fluid, sharp and pointed teeth, and humanoid and unnatural strength. So that's all that he really has. He doesn't have much going for him. But now the Naga has a lot going for it. So the Naga has shape-shifting as a human form, a serpentine form, and a hybrid form. It can use any of those forms at will in this tournament. Idea: control over water and weather, guardianship or protection, has immense strength and durability, superhuman strength and resilience, and then it has a bunch of knowledge, prophetic abilities. It has prosperity. It has deadly poisons, and then he has and it has longevity and immortality. This is a no questions asked Naga instant win. It has the durability and it has the poison and strength to overpower Eyeless Jack. On to the next one of the Xenomorph and the Jersey Devil. This is an interesting one. So we are going to go with the Jersey Devil's powers first. So the Jersey Devil is a very interesting one. We've been over this on the channel. I've done a video on him before on the channel. So the Jersey Devil has flight, physical prowess, and formidable appearance. It has high speed. It has superhuman strength. His blood-curdling screams or noises, so it'll like blood hurt or whatever. Then it has shapeshifting, and that's about it. But now our first movie character, which is the Xenomorph, which I find very, very fun, and I think is a heavy contender in this tournament. The Xenomorph have superhuman strength, blinding speed and agility, exceptional durability, regeneration. His inner jaw is very, very strong. It has sharp claws and the sharp tail, acidic blood, and acidic spit. There is no way in hell the Jersey Devil wins here. Xenomorph is a threat to be reckoned with, but the biggest but in this tournament is its exceptional durability. I don't think there's any fire wielder. I don't think there's anybody with fire. I think there's one. I think there's one person that can wield fire in a neutral environment, which means that it has a one defined weakness in the movies, and with its exceptional durability, that might be its only downfall. But for this match, it will be going to the Xenomorph. And now we go to Mr. Bear from 1999, the creepypasta, one of my favorite creepypastas of all time, versus Pinhead from one of my favorite horror franchises of all time. This is gonna be fun. So for Mr. Bear from 1999 is going to be so from 1999, Mr. Bear is one of the most interesting characters I have seen. And I decided to put him on this list because he's seen to be as a normal guy, but also as a supernatural force. Said by the Reddit itself, it has mind control or mind influence, reality manipulation within the show, precognition or knowledge of victims, eerie charisma, occult leader abilities, so he has that cult mindset, and he has apparent immortality or persistent presence. So he's just strong, and he's not even strong. He can just last a while, and that's about it. But now, Pinhead, different story. Telekinesis, dimensional travel, portal creation, supernatural durability or immortality, psychological manipulation, illusion casting, transformation of other Cenobites, object manifestation, and shapeshifting. So it's a clear-cut thing, and he has the chains. This is all saying nobody opened the box. So Pinhead is he just clears it here. I just put Mr. Bear on here hoping he would get like some stupid easy matchup and hopefully he would just get lucky and go through, but he didn't. So Pinhead moves on, no sweat at all. Chucky versus the Yeti. This is a little unfair. Let's go do Chucky real quick. So Chucky, he has soul transference / immortality, vessel hopping, resurrection. We're not going to deal with that. So he has heightened strength and agility. So more than the average human. Mimicry, deception, intelligence, and voodoo knowledge. So voodoo knowledge won't really do anything. He is very versatile. It will be Chucky with that knife. So that is, but he has a super, super, super tough first matchup in the Yeti. The Yeti has immense strength, adaptation to cold, agility and stealth, acute senses. He has a freezing gaze, environmental influence. He has precognition, healing properties, installing fear, symbol of the unknown, lethal. Yeah, that's it. So this is interesting just because I think the Yeti wins here just because of his pure strength. Chucky, don't get me wrong, I love Chucky, but with how it looks, he is going. I think the Yeti wins just because Chucky can get a couple stabs in, but if they're not fatal enough, the Yeti just outpowers and straight up just buries Chucky into the ground. And that's why I'm going to the Yeti. Hate me in the comments, but the Yeti wins every day of the week. All right, on to the right side. The right side is where it gets good. Gets really, really good. Really fun and good. All right, so for the right side, we will be going with, first up, Jason Voorhees versus Bigfoot. All right, let's go down for Bigfoot. Where is Bigfoot? That's what everybody's been asking for the last couple 100 years. Okay, he has immense strength, exceptional speed and endurance, incredible stealth and elusiveness, heightened senses, powerful vocalizations, and then nocturnal habits. So the nocturnal habits doesn't really affect here. And now on to Jason Voorhees, everybody's favorite that doesn't get put into any video games. Give us Jason Voorhees in Dead by Daylight, please. Behavior. I will throw money at you. All right. Near invulnerability and regeneration, superhuman strength, teleportation / super speed, undying vengeance, resistance to conventional weaknesses, possession. It was only seen in Jason Goes to Hell. And that's what I have the basic list of. He will be carrying his signature machete. And I'm just trying to think here. I think Jason gets this one mainly because he has a weapon and he has the enhanced strength. His enhanced strength is he's very strong, superhuman. I believe the tier goes superhuman, supernatural. So that's what I'm going off of. And he has superhuman. He can nearly teleport, which means he can be right in front of you, and then it goes behind you and just stab. And that's why I believe Jason wins this one. No sweat, easy, amazing. Now, it's the interesting one. Goatman. He has an axe. He has an axe. So Goatman has an axe. Goatman is insane. So Goatman, superhuman strength, very speedy and agility. He has axe wielding and melee combat he's really good at. Animal mutilation, which he's going against a child. Intimidation and fear, inductment, resilience and durability, and then environmental navigation, which he really won't have to worry about. Goatman is a supernatural half goat, half man. He is probably one of my favorite cryptids ever. I'm going to be making a video about him soon. And Goatman wins against Tiki Toby. But before I make that execution, let's read Tiki Toby's powers. He was a feeder child to Slenderman. Alright, Tiki Toby, where are you at, dog? Tiki Toby. Tiki Toby is a very interesting story to me. I thought it was very, very fun. He has congenital insensitivity to pain with, he has, which means he can't really feel pain. He can't feel pain. He has Tourette's. He has superhuman strength. He has enhanced agility, speed, stealth, emotional attachment, loyalty to Slenderman, regeneration. So it sucks that they're on the opposite side because Tiki Toby Slenderman versus, but then actually that wouldn't have mattered. He would have sacrificed himself. So those implications, I think Goatman still wins this, even though he has the speed and the power. Tiki Toby's carrying a knife, and I think Goatman, just because it's actually hard. This is actually harder than I thought, because Goatman has the speed. I think Tiki Toby is canonically faster than Goatman is, but at the same time, it's going to be really interesting to see how Goatman might be my favorite, but I honestly think Tiki Toby will win this just because he can't feel pain, so it might hurt him in the long run. But say Goatman gets a good slash in and it doesn't kill him, Tiki Toby can keep going and not feel the pain, which means, sadly, Tiki Toby will take this one home for the boys. The next round. Pyramid Head versus Sonic EXE. Fun. So, what we're going to do is we're going to go, let's see, what does Sonic EXE look like? This is going to be fun. Sonic EXE looks like Sonic EXE is really strong, and I honestly think Sonic EXE is going to go really far in this tournament. He has reality warping within his domain. We're going to say his domain is the arena. He can control characters, summon. He can summon creatures. He can create illusions. He has soul absorption. He has let's see. He has super speed, supernatural speed, flight, levitation, teleportation, immortality or invincibility, psychological manipulation, and shapeshifting, and has supernatural strength. This is probably one of the most threatening characters in this whole tournament. But let's go to Pyramid Head and see what Pyramid Head has against Sonic.exe. For Pyramid Head, he is the embodiment of guilt and punishment. He has physical manifestation of inner torment, relentless and inescapable pursuit, superhuman strength and durability, and symbolic fun time aggression. I'm not trying to get this video taken down. So he is very, very violent, but I think he has the strength, durability, but he doesn't have the speed. And saying we're using Sonic's speed, Sonic will win every time because Sonic can get 1,000 punches off before the Executioner or Pyramid Head can get one. So Sonic takes this home Easy like that. And now, fun times. All right, Bubba. All right, Bubba. All right, Bubba Franks. Or, Leatherface. He has immense physical strength, relentless endurance and stamina, proficiency with bullet. So he will have his chainsaw, so he's proficient with his chainsaw. He's high psychological terror, and he doesn't have his family telling him what to do. So I think any way you were to do this, I think Art wins no matter what. Yeah, because immortality. So Art has immortality, resurrection, superhuman strength, extreme durability and pain tolerance, teleportation, seemingly omnipresent, psychological manipulation, keeping victims very torturous, bag of endless tools, demonic connection, interdimensional travel. Yeah, Art the Clown wins this, no questions asked. That's as it goes. All right. On to double game characters. Okay, so I think Baldi will go very far. Why, you ask? Baldi has supernatural hearing, speed escalation, one-shot elimination. He slaps somebody with his ruler, and he goes to the Shadow Realm. Okay, so relentless pursuit, predictable movement pattern, environmental awareness. Like, what do you do against that? Now, the Nemesis is different. Superhuman strength, remarkable speed and agility for his size, extreme durability and regeneration, target recognition, relentless pursuit, strategic thinking, rocket launcher, flamethrower, the NEA parasite tentacle, progressive and progressive mutation. So even with all these, I don't think he wins against Baldi. Because of his speed. Baldi gets instantly killed by a rocket or flamethrower. But Baldi has that one-shot ruler slap. The question is, can Nemesis hit before Baldi hits him? I think Baldi gets a hit off before Nemesis does. I fully believe just because of that, Baldi wins the round against Nemesis. Hot take. Fight me about it. Next, Mothman versus Huggy Wuggy. Okay, this is another big threat here. Okay, so Huggy Wuggy, his immense size and strength, blinding speed and agility, his sharp, retractable teeth, his long, flexible limbs, and he's really durable. So, he's absolutely massive. He's a big target, but he is massive, and he can't. I think Poppy Playtime Huggy Wuggy might win this one. Because of the Alright, so the flight and aerial mobility of Mothman, his glowing red eyes, he's a harbinger of doom, induces fear, unusual sounds. He just connects to paranormal phenomenon, elusive disappearance. Like, he doesn't have any strength or anything. He does have the mobility in the air, even though Huggy Wuggy's just so large. Huggy Wuggy gets the win. We have two more in this first round. So in the first round, we have Chris Walker from Outlast against the Mongolian Deathworm. We are going to look at the Mongolian Deathworm first. All right, the Mongolian Deathworm. Let's go. So he is from Mongolia. The Doi. Yeah, obviously he's from Mongolia. It's a massive fucking worm. Massive worm. So he has lethal venom and corrosive acid spit. He has an electrical discharge, instant death by touch by its poisonous skin. Um, its elusiveness, like it's just a massive worm against Chris Walker, which is from Outlast. He has superhuman strength and remarkable speed and agility for his big size, extreme durability and endurance, and enhanced senses. Mongolian Deathworm takes this, no questions asked. Because of the poison. Like, you need some weapon to take down the poison. And now the last round of round 1, Michael Myers against a Hellhound. He has superhuman strength, extreme durability and resilience. He has relentless, unstoppable pursuit. He has a lack of emotion. He's very motivated. He's very intelligent, and he will have a knife. So the Hellhound's very interesting here, especially in this certain area, because the Hellhound is very, very interesting. So the Hellhound is the death of misfortune. Its supernatural abilities, imposing appearance, glowing eyes, superhuman strength, immense speed and durability and vulnerability. It's very has fire breath, fiery aura, and then it can smell you from anywhere. It is invisible and it's very stealthy and keen hearing and sense of smell. It can chain you. It has shadow travel. It has vocal abilities. It has shapeshifting and weather manipulation. Michael Myers is fucked. Okay. I love Michael like the next person as much as the next person. I think he's fucking amazing. But Michael's screwed here. Like, there's no way Michael Myers wins this. Like, is he gonna do stab fire? So I forget to inform you, Michael Myers gets first rounded by the Hellhound. And that is the first round of the horror tournament. I hope you enjoyed the video so much. This is again so fun to make. So fun. Hope you enjoyed the video. Make sure you hit the like button, hit the subscribe button down below for the part 2, which is going to be the next round of the bracket. Really, really hope you enjoyed. If you watched this way, thank you so much. Hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, hit that bell down below for post notifications every time I post. And I will see you in the next one. Peace.